Leaders of the nation's biggest business and industry groups will push to include workplace participation in the COVID-19 vaccine rollout when they meet with Treasurer Josh Frydenberg virtually today. The roundtable, which will take place as part of Operation COVID Shield, will discuss how the private sector can support and assist in the rollout. Business leaders, including Qantas CEO Alan Joyce, and bosses of the nation's major mining companies, amongst some others, have been pressuring the federal government to speed up its vaccination program in a bid to prevent widespread lockdowns and travel restrictions. The decision will hinge on supply, particularly of the Pfizer vaccine. 40 million doses of Pfizer are due to reach Australian shores by October.
Inside the government's vaccine war room,
welcome.
The commander of the COVID vaccination task force, Lieutenant General Fruin, sitting down with states to streamline the rollout.
Go through and synchronise the ways that we will respond to the increasing rates of supply through the year.
Over 8.4 million jabs have been administered so far, the pace expected to pick up as millions of Pfizer doses arrive in the country. 2.8 million due this month. Next month's delivery is yet to be confirmed, with 32.6 million doses due by year's end. That increased supply opening the door for under 40s to access Pfizer and Moderna jabs as early as September.
As soon as we can get to that point, then we'll certainly look at that option.
But with more demand for doses comes increased fear of staff shortages. Smaller states signalling they may need workforce help.
So we talked about how we might best manage that, whether there might be the ability to share capabilities.
Growing hesitancy also a concern. A new Essential poll shows the number of Australians who say they'd never get a COVID jab in just the last year has doubled, from 8% last August to 16% this month.
Well, if we're at war with this virus, then he's sending some of our most important soldiers off to war without armour.
Labor zeroing in on the aged care sector, where only a third of workers have received the jab, despite plans to make it mandatory for all staff in residential care by mid-September.
I haven't met any aged care workers who are reluctant to get the vaccine.
The Labor leader argues it's supply, not hesitancy, to blame, a claim refuted by the sector.
Look, we hear both that there are aged care workers who are looking for getting the vaccine, but there has always been a level of hesitancy.
Business has been pleading to get involved in the rollout, both through incentive programs and by directly delivering the jab to their employees. They'll get to make their case directly to the vaccine commander and the Treasurer at a business roundtable on Wednesday.
Many of these industries already do annual flu vaccinations, for example. Certainly from around September, October, when we have greater access to the vaccines, I think that might be when workplace vaccination could be opened up.
Leaving the door open to providing incentives to further ramp up the rollout. Trudy McIntosh, Sky News, Canberra.